Irrespective of the business domain, problems can occur in any business in various forms. So, at the initial phase of the business, when something goes wrong, it's vital to understand the root cause of the issue to prevent it from happening further. However, at times, it becomes difficult to identify the underlying root cause of the issue. In such a scenario, having a structured approach can help to overcome this issue. Hence, there comes the concept of the Fishbone Diagram. In this video, we will go through a comprehensive understanding of the Fishbone Diagram and various aspects. Hello everyone. This is Eric from Invensis Learning, and I welcome you all to our YouTube channel. Before we start, let's look at the agenda for the session. We will begin with a brief introduction to Fishbone Diagram. Next, we shall look at various types of fishbone diagrams, followed by steps to construct a fishbone diagram. Then, we will learn about Fishbone Diagram's advantages, followed by its disadvantages. Next we shall see when to use a fishbone diagram. Moving on, we will talk about 6 M's in a fishbone diagram. And, lastly we shall conclude our session with 5 Whys in a fishbone diagram. Before we start with our session, if you like this video, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, to learn more about Agile Project Management, DevOps and its practices, check out Invensis Learning's Agile Project Management Certification Training on Certified Scrum Product Owner, Professional Scrum Product Owner, Professional Scrum Master, and Agile Scrum Master Certification. All of the necessary information is given in the description box below. Let's start our session by understanding about the Fishbone Diagram. Fishbone Diagram is well known as Cause and Effect Diagram or Ishikawa Diagram. Ishikawa Diagram is named after an organizational therapist, a quality management innovator, and an engineering professor at the University of Tokyo, Kaoru Ishikawa, in 1960. A fishbone diagram is defined as a visual tool designed for the team to identify the potential cause of the issue and move on to a solution. The fishbone diagram was initially popularized as a quality tool. It recognizes, analyzes, and improves the quality issues. It is widely known as the fishbone diagram considering its skeleton structure with the potential cause branching out from the spine. Here, each branch is considered as a category. Due to its popularity, the fishbone diagram has become one of the most popular tools in Six Sigma. Now, let us talk about some of the tips to conduct a brainstorming session, which is very important to understand fishbone diagram. The first step while creating a fishbone diagram is the brainstorming process. When using a fishbone diagram, it's important to monitor your team's brainstorming ability. Here are a few tips to get started on the right track. Provide multiple options for the employees to contribute their ideas. For example, use sticky notes or start brainstorming in small groups initially. Next, give ample time for the employee to get prepared for the session. You can consider it as priming their minds for the session. Next, stick on to the concept of no idea is also a bad idea. If one idea is rejected, it discourages others from giving an idea they are not 100% sure of. Then, you can invite the right people to the session, even from outside your team. Hope, by now, you are clear with the fishbone diagram concept. Moving on, we shall look at types of fishbone diagrams. Professionals who are into quality management can use fishbone diagrams that help them brainstorm the root cause of the issue. In addition, various industries use fishbone diagrams. Thus, here are a few types of fishbone diagrams that you should be aware of. Simple fishbone diagram. 4S fishbone diagram. 8P fishbone diagram. 5M or 1E fishbone diagram. Moving on, we shall understand each of these types in detail. Starting with simple fishbone diagram. It is one of the most basic and flexible forms of a fishbone diagram. It doesn't have any predetermined categories. You can create your own affinities or categories unique to your organization. Irrespective of team and domain, you can use it for various purposes. For example, a healthcare organization's affinities are quite different from that of a manufacturer. And, vice versa. Next, we have the 4S fishbone diagram. The 4S diagram is more often used in a service-oriented organization. The name is derived from how the information about potential causes is organized. Here, the causes are classified into 4 categories: systems, surroundings, skills, and suppliers. Though it is commonly used in the service industry, it could be used in other industries as well. Next is the 8P Fishbone Diagram. The 8P Fishbone Diagram is quite popular in the service and administrative industry. This type of fishbone is named after 8 categories. They are price, people, processes, policies, promotion, place, physical location, and product. Next, let us understand 5M and 1E Fishbone Diagram. This category of the fishbone diagram is more often used in the manufacturing industry. The teams using this fishbone include 6 categories: machine, methods, measurements, manpower, materials, and environment. These 6 categories cover every aspect we come across in the manufacturing sector. An additional 2 categories are included, such as maintenance and money. Thus, the above mentioned are some of the categories we can have with the fishbone diagram. Here, the main aim is to choose the one considering your requirement. And most importantly, you can also opt for customization for your situation, the amount of time required to accomplish the task, and the causes that could arise. Now, moving on to our next topic. Let's see what are steps involved in creating a fishbone diagram. Fishbone diagrams are easy to create, use, and understand its various aspects. So, here we shall understand how to get started with the process. Fishbone diagrams can be easily constructed in 6 simple steps, starting with team gathering, defining the problem statement, creating categories, contributing aspects to the construction, analyzing and looking for deeper causes, and finally fixing the issue. Let us discuss about them one by one. First, team gathering. If you want to figure out the root cause of the issue, then using the fishbone diagram is the best way. With more people involved in the process, you will have more perspectives on the problem. One of the major benefits of having a bigger team is looking for suggestions from the senior members of every department or domain. Next, define the problem statement. The next step is to define the problem clearly and ensure that all the team members agree to the defined statement. Defining the problem statement includes what it is all about, how it occurred, and when. This process makes it simpler to think about the root cause of the problem. Write the problem statement at the head of the fish so that your team can work towards the problem. As the next step, draw a line towards the fish head, which becomes the fish's backbone. Then, create categories. As the next step in the process, brainstorm all the categories. And connect these categories to the fish's backbone, that is, ribs. Again, you can use as many categories to describe the issue. Next is contributing aspects. The next step includes brainstorming all the possible causes and allot each cause to a specific rib. It is indeed very helpful for your team to proceed without any hindrance. Keep adding all the causes to the rib until you have all the possible causes in your hand. It has to be noted here that every contributing factor may or may not fit into a single category. If you come across contributing causes that fit into multiple categories, place them in their specific places and look for changes in the output. Next is to analyze and look for the deeper cause. You might come across multiple branches of smaller ribs. It indicates a lack of expertise, training, and not having suitable people for a job role. Consider all these factors as mini rib and dig out the reason for its repeated occurrence with a thorough understanding. Though the process seems time-consuming, it's vital to have a comprehensive understanding and know when to stop the issue from repeated occurrence. Then, fix the issue. When the cause of the issue is identified and controlled, remove it from the rib at the earliest. And ensure that it doesn't occur again. Next, as we move deep into how to create a fishbone diagram, it's equally essential to know about its advantages as well. If you want to uncover the root cause of an issue and address it appreciably, then using a fishbone diagram is the best tool that you will have to consider. Let us know more about the benefits of this tool. First, simple and effective visualization. A fishbone diagram is an effective visualization tool that helps you identify the issues. Since the tool is visually connected, you can easily identify the root cause of the issue and take necessary actions to rectify it. Second, prioritize on the team focus. The fishbone diagram helps the team stay focused while discussing the issues and the necessary steps to resolve them. Moreover, it also ensures that none of the team members waste their time working on the issues that won't even exist. Scope for improvement. And the previous point brings us to our next aspect. Since all the processes are visualized here, you can easily look for certain improvements in the processes. Though this can be done with the help of other tools, using a fishbone diagram has unique benefits in this regard. Using this tool over multiple iterations will help you analyze how the change affects the other processes. Fourth, involve team in the brainstorming process. One of the major benefits of using a fishbone diagram is it facilitates the brainstorming process. It structures the team to brainstorm about the root cause of the issue to get a specific output. Fifth is to identify the issues easily. The tool also helps you identify the issues in the process much easier, which is required for in-depth analysis. The Fishbone Diagram is quite a useful tool for identifying the issues and necessary solutions to the stakeholders. Sixth is to enhance team understanding. Using a Fishbone Diagram ensures that everyone in the team stays on the same page. Nevertheless, it has become a common reason to implement in most quality-oriented organizations. If the organization or team is facing any issue relating to analyzing the issue and keeping up with the pace, this tool is a must-go. So, this was about the advantages of the Fishbone Diagram. Now let's look at some of the disadvantages of using a Fishbone Diagram. The brainstorming process will lead to the occurrence of the various potential root causes of the issues, including relevant and irrelevant. It results in investing more time and leads to confusion as well. Next, the Fishbone Diagram leads to a divergent approach, wherein you would want to fix every root cause that leads to the major issue. Unfortunately, every team in the organization doesn't have ample resources to fix every potential root cause, leading to a lower success rate. Unable to resolve the issue, feels like the problem is quite a huge task. Then, the multiple contributing factors in the diagram make it a mess, which is quite tedious to understand. Now, let us move on to our next topic. When to use a Fishbone Diagram. Initially, the Fishbone Diagram was used as a tool to resolve the problem-solving issue. Irrespective of the system or process, the Fishbone Diagram will assist you in break down all the contributing factors in a hierarchical process. It is a well-known fact that the Fishbone Diagram helps the projects and associated team to progress towards success. For example, when a team hits a roadblock and cannot identify the cause leading to the issue, you may need to look deeper into the underlying issues. In such a scenario, using a Fishbone Diagram will encourage the team to identify issues they weren't even aware of. Fishbone Diagram was originally developed as a quality control tool. You can find it useful in the following cases. First, to analyze a complex issue with various causes. Next, when required a different point of view for a problem. Then, to focus on problem-solving aspects. Next, to uncover all the issues and identify why a process is not working as expected. Then, to improve the thinking criteria when traditional ways are time-consuming. Then, implementing it on 7 basic tools of quality methodology. Now, let us move on to our next topic. 6 M's in Fishbone Diagram. Before creating a fishbone, the very step is to determine the factors contributing to variations within the process. Fishbone Diagram describes the contributing factors as 6 M's in the manufacturing domain. So, initially, let us understand what 6M is. 6M is a mnemonic tool mainly used in the decision-making or problem-solving process. It is extremely beneficial while exploring the production-related issue. The procedure identifies the root cause of the issue and undertakes procedures to fix it. The 6M technique helps people to explore issues in various ways. The 6 M's are manpower, machinery, materials, methods, Mother Nature, measurement. Let's understand each of the parameters mentioned in detail. Manpower. The concept revolves around functional and operational labor staff involved in the industry processes, that is, product design and delivery. This checks for the root cause of the given issue. And it also checks whether the employee's technical efficiency and work experience are up to the mark. Quality consciousness, discipline, and sense of responsibility of the employee are answered through the 6M technique. It ensures that a greater number of staff are adequately and consistently trained. Next, machinery. Various systems, facilities, equipment, and tools are used for the process when it comes to production. At times, machines, facilities, tools and their underlying support systems are often mismanaged, otherwise, they cannot deliver the required output due to technical issues. Now, using any machines or tools in the manufacturing industry comes with maintenance issues. Then, material. Raw materials, consumables, and components satisfy the production and service delivery processes. These parameters check on material specification, storage, usage, and labeling. Also, any issues relating to getting raw materials from suppliers and other challenges should be recorded. Fourth, method. This parameter involves production, support processes, application, or contribution to service delivery. Does any of the methods involved in the process include many steps or activities that don't add any value to the system? When the production process is not streamlined or standardized, the process can be hard to follow and confusing. It specifies the rules, regulations, and policies contributing to the slowdown in the processes. Next, Mother Nature. It considers both uncontrollable and unpredictable factors such as earthquakes, floods, fire, and their influence on the operation processes. There are other environmental factors that are predictable and manageable. An example for this will be, it's quite a well-known fact that the temperature is uncontrollable and unpredictable and the environment comprises moisture content, which might affect the production processes. Next is measurement. It includes automatic or manual inspections and physical measurements like volume, pressure, temperature, and distance. However, at times, the measurement concept can become inconsistent and thus makes it hard to utilize the data. Also, the pieces of equipment used for the production process should be regularly calibrated and maintained to avoid calculation errors, which might lead to false readings. The 6M technique can be used at the initial point, that is, while creating the spine of the fishbone diagram, and it indicates the potential cause of the issue. However, it is not mandatory to have 6 causes always, and you can use them at your convenience. Upon having the basic structure, you can then collaborate with your team to identify the various causes affecting the final output of the problem. And this can be done using the 5 whys technique. So, let us now understand the 5 whys in fishbone diagram. At times, just understanding the problem statement is not enough. It's better to be aware of the reasons as well. Meanwhile, knowing a single reason for the problem statement might not be enough. That is where the concept of 5 whys came in. It helps you to understand the root cause of the issue thoroughly. The term fishbone diagram is often closely used with the other commonly used root cause analysis, that is, 5 whys. Both of these terms are quite different in their execution and in identifying the root cause of the issue. Most importantly, these two terms complement each other as they determine the cause of the issue and its effect. The concept of 5 whys can be either used as a part of a fishbone diagram or individually. Hope, by now, you would have understood that the fishbone diagram helps you to explore all the potential causes that result in the failure of a project. But then, there comes the use of the 5 whys technique. Once the inputs of the fishbone are established, the 5 whys technique can be used to identify the root cause of the issue. So, let's see how we can proceed with the 5 whys technique in the fishbone diagram. Unlike the fishbone diagram, the 5 whys method starts with a problem statement and proceeds with 5 successive question statements, that is, why. Every answer to a question becomes a basis for the next question. Let's take an example to understand the concept of 5 whys and how it works. Let's consider a problem statement. My car stopped in the mid-highway, then obviously one would ask its reason. You would ask, why did your car stop? Of course, the expected answer is the vehicle ran off the gas. The next question is, why did the vehicle run out of gas? The answer is I didn't keep a spare one in the vehicle. The next question is, why didn't you keep a spare gas in the vehicle? The answer is lack of money. And the final question is, why didn't you have money? The answer is I lost all the money in gambling, and this is the root cause of our problem statement. As you can understand from the above example, the term why leads to the root cause of the statement, and then the team can take action. If a part of the fishbone diagram isn't properly installed, you can use 5 whys to investigate the root cause of the issue. In such a scenario, lighting can be a contributing factor, but ensure that it doesn't prioritize the things that are not properly installed. Whenever you use 5 whys, make it a point to expand the fishbone diagram. I would like to conclude the session by saying, fishbone diagram is a simple tool used for visual depiction of cause and effect relationship. With the continuous implementation of this tool, the organization can address the issue quickly and accurately. Organizations can effectively use it to attain 6 Sigma results in their business processes. Creating a fishbone diagram in collaboration with cross-functional teams develops trust amongst the employees, enhances knowledge, and provides a thorough understanding of the process. In addition, it helps to focus on defect reduction and process improvement. With this, we have come to the end of this video. We hope this video helps you to understand comprehensively about fishbone diagrams. Comment your thoughts in the section below. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell, never to miss an update from the Invensis Learning channel. Also, to learn more about Agile Project Management, check out Invensis Learning's Agile Project Management Certification Training on Certified Scrum Product Owner, Professional Scrum Product Owner, Professional Scrum Master, and Agile Scrum Master Certification. You can also check our other courses, such as Certified Scrum Master, Professional Scrum Master, Safe Scrum Master, and Agile Scrum Foundation. We at Invensis Learning provide interactive instructor-led certification training by trainers with rich domain experience and expertise. We also provide mock tests to make you confident while appearing for the certification exams, access to mock tests and case studies prepared by industry experts, and personalized LMS with lifetime access that contains course resources. Thank you. Have a nice day.